Hello and welcome back everyone to City Skylines. We came in just in time for the academic year report where we've invented floating roads. In water pollution! Well, we didn't invent water pollution, but you know what? We're a great city to learn about it because you can just look over here. Not only is there water pollution, it's also flooding into people's homes. You don't even need a research grant to get access to this water. It's just there. It's actually overflowing a little bit too much. It's enough to make me a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm sure the dam will handle it. Right? I'm just making sure it calms down. Like, some people dying due to giant sewage overflow is okay, but a lot of people dying due... Okay, no, we have a problem. We actually have a little problem. Okay, well, we're gonna have to create a spillway. I was afraid I was going to have to do this at some point. It looks like if you live in the dam district, you're currently underneath like 2 feet of sewage, so sorry about that. Slight government oversight. But you know, government never makes mistakes, so it's not really our fault. It's Fred's fault. Fred messed up the paperwork. Okay. Okay. Let's just get this across here. That is not what I wanted it to be. There we go. Okay, very nice. Now there's a spillway. Ready for this? Spillway for the water to spill out. That's why there's spill in the name. Right? It looks like the water really could care less about that spillway, I'll be honest. It would much rather kill people. It's some very angry water, ready for revenge after all the things we've done to it. Okay, if we just widen it a little bit more, I'm sure that we can figure it out. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, okay, that's gotta do something. I'm not quite sure what, but it's got to do something. It looks like it needs to go even lower. Like, what is going on? Is the district really that uneven? Did I do that poor of a job designing it? Huh. Oh no, the water level's just lowering. Okay, good. So the spillway is working as it's supposed to. The dam is functioning as it's supposed to. Hopefully the dam doesn't die because we created a spillway. It seems like both are really necessary. Oh great, and now the dam is dying. You know, I don't really care that much. It'll fix itself. City Skylines is stuttering, which is fantastic. I love it when it lags. And let's look at what we've got going on in the underground portion of the city, because honestly, this is the most important part. This is what we've been working on recently. And this is what I hope to focus on during this episode. So let's go ahead and look at the different systems that we've put in place for the traffic. We certainly do have a few issues still when it comes to design. However, I think that this is looking much better than it was originally, and I think that if we look at the traffic map, we can see that there aren't too many bad areas. Now this is bad, and it's mostly because Corgi Stadium has a lot of people who want to go in, and only one way to get there, really. This can all be rectified if we just quickly build new ways to get into Corgi Stadium and to get out. We just need to create an alternative direction. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over here and we're just going to build up this little area here, which should do a good job at bringing people in another way. And I know it's Vooperia Stadium is looking fantastic. I know that's exactly what you were going to say, and it does suck that we have to make so many things around it. But you know, it's definitely necessary. Definitely necessary. That good 20 FPS in City Skylines. Absolute fan. Absolute fan. Okay, so, with the city at this side, our best bet is going to be to continue trying to zone low-density zones in the center surrounded by high-density zones. This will create traffic areas where the high-density traffic can flow through without getting in the way too much. This right here is actually a really good example. These guys are actually functioning beautifully as they should. Is anyone using the new way to get into the stadium? Not really, because nobody lives over here. That's the largest issue. The trains, honestly, should get some use. The trains would be a massive addition, but the issue is... Wait a second, I've got an idea. Okay. Stupid idea, but it's still an idea. A really stupid idea. But again, it's still an idea, so it counts. Will that even be physically possible? No, there's no way. There's no way I could do that. I'm not going to try to do that quite yet. We'll set up train stations in the future. That's just not going to happen. I'm actually impressed that we managed to balance the traffic here coming through over the river. That was actually an impressive feat. The highways are also working really well. But I think that the biggest thing is going to be trying to move more stuff so that there's actually a reason to go this way to Corgi Stadium. Maybe you were out shopping and now you're conveniently close. But we need to convince people. We have to tempt them. Okay. So, what we're gonna have to do is continue this. I'd like to connect this over here, but that'll just make the traffic 20 times worse. Unfortunately enough. I guess we're just going to focus on what we've got. Let's use normal roads so that we don't overinflate everything. We're gonna connect that there, which is kind of a little bit odd, but not like terrible design-wise. And let's go ahead and fill in where people are going to be living, slash running businesses, slash working, you know, all of the fun things a city does, or people in a city do. I guess the city doesn't really do much. The city is just there. The people make it alive. Okay. Okay, there we go. That looks good. And there we go again. A little bit more creative with this part of the city. This may become an issue. I don't think so, though, because we're going to zone this pretty low density. Because, again, we want to use this to help get the stadium traffic flowing. So if we create a ton of traffic over here, it won't actually do that job. So we have to come up with creative solutions like that. Okay. And then what we can do is create a cross from there to there. And we can go like this, I guess. Good enough. Good enough for me. It looks a little bit interesting, I'll be honest, but, you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to focus on a little bit of magic. This is going to be the low density area for this side of the underwater city. So let's go ahead and do the best we can on that. What is going on? Okay, never mind. Let's go ahead, make sure that this isn't looking dumb, and now we're going to get some residential going. Low density residential places you and your family could happily live without it being too ridiculous. We're gonna bring that down all the way to here. We're gonna create a very nice area to live. Very nice. Honestly, cities at this size get a little bit challenging because the lag and everything, and I know you guys are saying, get a new PC, but my PC is an absolute monster. There's just limitations to what City Skylines can push. Unfortunately, there are limits. I have like the fastest graphics card there is, and one of the fastest processors, because I mean, although some things in the game are multi-threaded, single core performance is honestly more important for games. It's not like a server card would do much to help. Or not server card, server chip. See, I'm tired. Day 3 of college, and I have decided that it is tiring. I already have like quizzes and stuff. It's trash. Absolute trash. Hopefully things calm down a bit. Because if they don't, I may actually like fall asleep during a video. No kidding. Okay, now we have our area over here for commercial, and I'm actually I'm gonna do office over here because industry will create a lot of disgusting industrial traffic, and all the trucks are gonna clog up the roads. So office is still pretty high density, but it doesn't have the same kind of traffic. Small traffic, not big traffic, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay. There we go. Now what we're gonna have to do is get water to all of these people. Slow but steady wins the race. And we're definitely winning that race when it comes to this series. Let's go ahead and cheat very quickly, since we've already deemed it okay for this. A beautiful 116,000 population, and look at that. New buildings, new small neighborhoods building up. How beautiful. Okay. So that's looking good. Everyone's popping up in their beautiful little houses. They all look very excited. This guy in particular looks extremely excited. It's not a guy, it's a house, but you know, he identifies as a human. The house identifies as a human, and we have to respect that. Okay, so actually the commercial over here is popping up faster than I'd anticipated, actually faster than the residential. The offices are lagging behind, but they're getting there. And we are getting a little bit of traffic going through this area, which is good. It'll spread it out. And you may be thinking, Spike, if you're adding stuff, it's not going to spread out the traffic. It's just going to add more. You're wrong. Now, logically, you're correct. If City Skylines was a perfect simulator and all the cars were accurate, then you'd be right. But City Skylines caps the amount of cars. So there's a point where adding more buildings doesn't add more cars. It just spreads them out more, which makes it actually get a little bit easier. Once you get a city with the size of like New Vooper, it can actually get easier to maintain traffic because there's just less cars on each road. They're just spread out further. So that is a legitimate strategy in City Skylines to reduce traffic. Just keep expanding your city. Oh geez, now this is a mess. Big mess. Okay, well, this new area is looking very nice. It's a good little neighborhood area behind the main city. I do think though that... Oh, that's my laundry. Don't worry. It's not a fire alarm. I just got so scared for a second. I just got so scared. Oh, that was a heart attack. That was actually a heart attack. Okay. Calm down, Spike. Okay. I think that putting a park here will make people happy. We don't really have much around here that's impressive. Since this is all highly built here, I feel like if we put a movie theater right here, it's kind of like, it's not noise because it's conveniently located where it's not on the same road as any of the low density, but it's right next to them. And that'll raise land value a lot. And then the second way we're gonna do it is with yet another park, but this one's a little bit more cool. This one is a hotel that has piers coming out. And what we can do is we can put that. Oh, we've already got this over here, but this is a park. And we're gonna put this somewhere convenient. The issue is it's so big that it's actually going to block the ferries. I just have to make sure that it goes somewhere that isn't blocking the ferry path. Which this right here may actually be fine. No, not really. Yeah, that's pretty bad actually. We're gonna do a quick delete on that one. It's sad. Fix the zoning I broke. I'm just causing trouble. These parking garages, I don't know if they're actually helping. It looks like a lot of people are using it. I don't know if that's actually changing the traffic though. It's kind of hard to tell on City Skylines. Nothing really makes sense. Okay, so that all looks good. Oh god, it's being so laggy. Something's up with my computer, I think. Something not good, because the game crashed the other time too. I'm hoping I don't have bad memory or something somewhere. I'll do a few scans. Yeah, so I hate to cut things early, but I've got my quiz tomorrow, and I really need to study, so thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. I know I'm tired, and it's gonna take me a little bit to get used to college and stuff, so just give me a chance. Try to be lenient with me. Good night, guys. Have a nice day. Although you guys will be watching this at noon, because that's when it'll be uploaded. Bye!